Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Love No Limits. My name is Kay and here is your weekend reading. This reading should give you some insight on what's going to be occurring for you within your next 72 hours. So take a second, pause the video if need be to choose your pile. If you feel called to more than one pile, please don't forget, my friends, to feel free to check out both or all three. There may certainly be messages there for you. Don't forget as well, these readings are timeless, so whenever you come across them, that means that is when the message is for you. If the readings resonate, don't forget to let me know down in those comments below. I would love to hear them. Even if you don't feel like saying anything, dropping a little rose down there really does go a long way. Don't forget to like the video if you liked the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. It's the easiest way to find my content. So, my friends, today's going to be a fun one. I can feel it. So we're going to start with each pile, okay? And to begin each pile, I have the Getting Old Ain't for Wimps book by Karen O'Connor here. So we'll flip to a random page depending on your pile, read the story aloud, and proceed through the reading to the rest of the reading. So my friends, let's introduce our piles. This is going to be pile number 1 with the lotus. This is going to be pile number 2 with the lily. And this is going to be pile number 3 with the pansy. Timestamps, as always, are located down below in that description box. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading today, friends. This is the weekend reading, timeless of course. What is going to be occurring for you within your next 72 hours? So, today you guys have picked this lotus image. So the one thing about the lotus that I want to point out is lotuses actually grow through the mud. So to me, they really symbolize things like transformation, okay, purity, very transformative energy. So pile number 1, right off the bat, within your next 72 hours, you could be experiencing the beauty out of some sort of tough situation, okay, a rough situation you've been in, kind of like something muddy, right? But I feel like you're finally going to be experiencing the bright side of a specific situation that you've been in. So pile number 1, I have the Getting Old Ain't for Wimps here by Karen O'Connor. It's a great book. There's a bunch of different short stories in there. So I'm just going to flip to a random page. Okay, and we're going to read the little short story out loud. So this one is called Happy Birthday to Me. On my 14th birthday, our family took a vacation to SeaWorld, Donna shared. I was determined to prove that I was still as young and chipper as ever. As I stood in line with my husband and 2 of my sons to ride an enormous roller coaster called the Steel Eel. Once I boarded the car and started my slow ascent to the peak of the first hill, I realized that my fear of heights was a little stronger than I remembered. I squeezed my eyes shut and hung on for dear life. Unknown to Donna at the time, the ride held a hidden camera that snaps a picture of the passengers at some point before they return. It's intended to capture the joy and exhilaration, or the fear and terror as the case may be, on the faces of each rider. As Donna and her family left the car at the end of the ride, a TV screen displayed their photo. The family erupted in laughter at the sight of Donna's face, contorted by fear and excitement. Donna's husband couldn't resist. He had to purchase the photo. He now shows it to his friends, describing the photo of his wife as the face of someone who's looking over the edge in the abyss and lived to tell about it. This, he says, is what it looks like to be 40. If that wasn't enough, the family decided the following year to celebrate Donna's 41st birthday with another unusual celebration. Her husband and 5 children and some close friends took her out for lunch after church on Sunday to a local restaurant. Unknown to Donna at the time, the tradition at this particular restaurant, she said, was to stand the birthday girl on a chair in the middle of the restaurant so all of the patrons could sing happy birthday. That particular Sunday, I had worn a shorter than usual skirt to church. The hemline just brushed the tops of my knees, so it took several attempts for me to get up on the chair while maintaining my modesty. My husband, ever thoughtful, was in the back of the restaurant feeling embarrassed for me. But he didn't rush up to help me either. Once Donna made it to the throne, the young waiter, who was probably looking for a big tip, yelled, "May I have your attention, please? I'd like everyone to sing happy birthday to Donna, who was turning 21 today." In a corner booth, said Donna, some young whippersnapper took one look at me and proclaimed in a loud voice, "No way." That one remark burst my illusion I had about looking younger than I am. Very, very cute. So pile number 1, very interesting. Okay, this is kind of reminding me of that little symbolism I was giving behind the lotus flower, right? A muddy situation, but finding the beauty in it. So Donna was turning 40 years old, right? She was afraid of the ride. She was afraid of the height, and what she didn't know was that there was a little camera in there to snap that moment. And because of that, right, it completely changed the moment afterwards, right? It was something that you could look back on and laugh at. It exaggerated the memory, and it turned the fear into something joyful, which is exactly what I'm picking up for you, pile number 1. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. So pile number 1, let's dive deep into the cards here. So your first card is number 13, the Crone. So this card is all about letting the old kind of fade away, kind of die, in order for the new to kind of come through, right? Very interesting, because, you know, like the lotus, like the little passage we read, it's all kind of already synchronizing here. So pile number 1, I'm definitely picking up, for some of you, within your next 72 hours, you may resonate with experiencing something new, okay? Perhaps you will be going to something like an amusement park, experiencing a new way to celebrate something, okay? Put the fear behind you, because I feel like if you do embrace, you know, the new here, something great is going to come out of it. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. So pile number 1, your first tarot card today is the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is an energy of having, you know, most of the time 2 options, right? 2 ways to go, 2 paths to follow, and one being clearly the better option. So pile number 1, within your next 72 hours, you may be faced with some sort of decision here. However, oh no. Come on, Theo, you can't be up here. Go, go, go. Oop. Sorry about that, guys. Theo has had the zoomies all day, so he's a bit hyper, so I do apologize for that. But pile number 1, the Two of Wands, yes. Something is going to be illuminated, okay? Some sort of path, decision, option, opportunity, event is going to really stick out to you within your next 72 hours. And I feel like, right, with the Crone here, letting the old things kind of die, embracing the new, I feel like you're being encouraged to take it. Very interesting stuff. So your second tarot card today is, ooh, the Star card. Awesome, awesome energy. So yes, the Star card to me is all about guidance. Like I was just pointing out with the Two of Wands here. Oops. With the Two of Wands here, right? Something is going to be illuminated to you. Something is going to I feel like your soul is calling out for something, okay? I feel like you've been guided to do something, guided to say something, okay? Embrace something, take it how it resonates. But with the Star card here, I'm really feeling like for some of you, this may be like the little passage kind of described, right? A birthday, a celebration, graduation party, whatever the case may be, you are going to be the center of attention, right? Very cool stuff. So pile number 1, your last tarot card today is the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is an energy of abundance. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles is an energy of feeling the fruits of your labor, right? Not only that, but I like to associate the Nine of Pentacles as an energy of not only feeling abundant, but being willing to give that abundance back. So for example, this may not have to do with money, by the way. This could be an abundance of joy, an abundance of having a lot of fun things on your schedule, right? Say, for example, you had just had a birthday, okay? And for your birthday, you got some sort of season's passes somewhere, right? This is you having an extra pass and inviting someone to experience the joy with you. So pile number 1, I'm definitely picking up a lot of fun energy within your next 24 hours, okay? Some sort of event like I was picking up before, okay? A birthday, celebration, graduation party, right? Take it how it resonates, but whatever it is, I feel like whatever is occurring for you within your next 72 hours, it's going to allow some sort of old shell, some sort of old skin here, old emotions, right? Lower vibrational energies to kind of fade away, shed away, right? And you're going to embrace the new here. Very beautiful stuff. So pile number 1, I have this last card here for you. This card should really sum up your reading and give you some solid advice on how to move forward. So you guys have number 4, Cashapp. So I'm going to read you guys a short snippet from the guidebook just to give you some more insight on the card. Perhaps there's something you can personally resonate with or take out of. So, number 4, Cashapp. Alright, it says serenity. The angel of serenity, solitude, and temperance. Spend some much needed time alone in quiet solitude to rest and recharge. Honor your emotions and be gentle with yourself. Very interesting, right? Because based off of the rest of the reading, it sounds like you're going to be quite busy. All eyes are going to be on you. So perhaps within your next 72 hours or even like within your next 24 hours I'm picking up, to really make sure you rest and recharge, right? Or if you are going to be extremely busy within the next 24 hours, perhaps for the remaining 24 hours of this weekend, make sure you spend some time to rest and recharge. However it's resonating, I feel like you guys are going to have, like this angel suggests, perfect balance, right? Make sure that if you are very busy, you know, you have a lot on your schedule, a lot of fun stuff planned, you're giving yourself some time to also rest, right? Get enough sleep. Okay, if you're celebrating, right, and you're over 21 years old, say you're drinking, you know, there's a graduation, a birthday party, make sure the next day you really tend to your body, okay? Make sure you're really resting, recharging, so you have the energy the next day to do something else fun, right? Very beautiful stuff. So pile number 1, I believe that's all I'm seeing in the cards for you today. Don't forget, my friends, to let me know down in those comments below if the reading resonated. Even if you don't feel like saying anything, dropping a little rose down there really does go a long way. So pile number 1, have a beautiful next 72 hours, my friends, and I'll catch you guys next time. Hello, what is up, pile number 2? This is the weekend reading. What is going to be occurring for you within your next 72 hours? Excuse me, guys. I'm just going to take a sip of my water. Refreshing. So pile number 2, you guys have picked this. I believe it's a tiger lily, okay? And I looked up what tiger lily symbolizes, and it says confidence, pride, and wealth. So pile number 2, within your next 72 hours, you may be experiencing some sort of confidence boost, okay? Have a moment of pride in yourself, in others, taking some sort of leadership role here. Very beautiful stuff. So, to begin the reading, I have the Getting Old Ain't for Wimps book here by Karen O'Connor. It's a wonderful book, a bunch of little short stories. So pile number 2, to start your reading, okay, this weekend, I'm going to just flip to a random page. And I'm going to read aloud the little short story that it lands on. So, pile number 2, you guys have hair-raising tail. BJ's granddaughters have thick, shiny, light brown hair. Enough for more than 2 children. BJ couldn't help but be jealous, especially when she and the girls played beauty parlor. One day, just for fun, they experimented with their grandma's acquainted hair curlers. BJ's hair is short, thin, and gray, so it wasn't much they could do with hers. She admitted she was relieved that Nicole and her sister Mandy, age 3, had not inherited her hair genes. I wish I could have just half of your long, beautiful tresses, BJ said with a touch of envy. But Mima, 5-year-old Nicole, said matter-of-factly, God made you the way He wanted you to be. You should be happy. BJ smiled. That timely and touching comment raised the hair on her arms. Wow. Very beautiful story. So as you can see, pile number 2, in the story, the grandmother, right? She has 2 granddaughters with the long, thick, shiny brown hair. And it's very interesting, right? Because here this grandmother is a little bit envious, a little bit jealous of her granddaughter's hair. But then the oldest granddaughter makes the fact about God made you the way He wanted you to be. Instantly, the grandmother had a confidence boost, right? So very beautiful stuff. Like I was picking up before with the lily pile number 2, something this weekend, okay, is going to give you some sort of a confidence boost, okay? It's going to make you feel proud of yourself. This could be in the form of, similar to the short story, a comment from a loved one, okay? Perhaps you're going to be receiving some sort of recognition here. Very beautiful stuff. So pile number 2, let's dive deep into what your cards have to say. So your first oracle card is number 20, the Temple of Water. So I'm going to read you guys a short snippet from the guidebook just to give you some insight on the card. Perhaps there's something you can personally resonate with or take out of. Just a little warning in advance, my cat, my kitty cat Theo has the zoomies really bad right now. So if he is a little noisy in the background, I highly apologize for that. But pile number 2, number 20, the Temple of Water. A sacred space of deep emotions, shimmering lights and shadows of the abyss of consciousness, which can make age-old inner wounds come back to the surface. Water inspires deep visions, the healing gifts contained in the cup of our inner grail, guarded by Vivian, the Lady of the Lake. Learn to sail with awareness and consciousness, hold the helm of your vessel, but also to float on your emotions, like you do at the sea, playing in the waves without being swept away, enjoying the energy that keeps you afloat. Also remember that energy and thinking can be like water, when it flows and overcomes obstacles by changing path and not being stopped anywhere. Very cool stuff. So pile number 2, I do want to point out, okay, there was a little comment in the book that said, can make age-old inner wounds come back to the surface, right? The one thing that she was feeling a little insecure about was, you know, her age, you know, and her hair, you know, being as it was as a result of her age. Also, there was another comment about holding the helm of your vessel, which was her body, her hair. So pile number 2, I feel like within your next 72 hours, okay, something is going to help you become more aware of how beautiful you are. You truly are inside and out. This card talked all about, you know, having a balance between those inner and outer worlds, okay? Having those emotions, those positive emotions to help us reimburse or kind of encourage more positive moods, more positive actions. So pile number 2, absolutely beautiful. So your first tarot card today is the 8 of Wands. So pile number 2, within your next 72 hours, the 8 of Wands is all about communication, right? Fast movement. Like I was picking up before, you guys may be receiving some sort of download here. However, for the majority of you, I feel like you're going to be communicating with someone. I feel like you're going to be communicating with more than one people for some of you. And I feel like this communication has a lot to do with whatever you're kind of either feeling insecure about, right? This doesn't even have to be your physical appearance. This could be something as simple as how much talent you have in something very specific, right? You may be a writer, and say, for example, you don't think your writing is as good as others. Within the next 72 hours, this card would be telling me that people are going to read your work, and people are going to see the beauty in it that perhaps you yourself don't really see. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. So your second tarot card today is the 3 of Bees. Yeah, the 3 of Bees, also known as the 3 of Swords. So the 3 of Swords is an energy of heartbreak, okay, pain. I feel like for some of you, you may resonate with maybe in the past being antagonized, okay, for something very specific. This could be something about your physical appearance, right? Your hobbies, your talents, what you like to do, your interests. Perhaps in your past, people have kind of looked down on you for something very specific. And as a result, maybe that's why it's hard for you to see the wealth in what you produce, to see the wealth in yourself, and to be proud in your own skin. Your last tarot card today, pile number 2, is the Page of Swords. Yes. Okay, the Page of Swords, to me, this is all about communication. Positive communication, well-needed advice. So pile number 2, expect some form of communication, okay, recognition, right, within your next 72 hours. And whatever this is, I feel like it's going to give you a boost of confidence, a boost of pride. I feel like you guys, within your next 72 hours, you're going to be taking some sort of different perspective in how you view something about yourself, or what you do, or what you produce, right? If you're creative, you could be creating things. Perhaps like what I was picking up before, for some of you, you may be some sort of entrepreneur, okay? Say, for example, you're trying to run a business, do something a little esoteric, a little unconventional. And in the past, people have kind of like shut it down. Within your next 72 hours, I feel like you guys are going to get the motivation you need, the advice you need, and the confidence boost you need to shove this 3 of Swords way, way back there and focus on what's in front of you. Focus on the beauty, okay, of what you are producing, the beauty of who you are, who you have become. Very beautiful stuff. So pile number 2, I have this last card here for you guys. This should really sum up your reading and give you some solid advice on how to move forward. So you guys have number 6, Uriel. I love the dragonflies portrayed in this card. So number 6, Uriel, I'm going to read you guys another short snippet from that guidebook. It's the perfect way for you to take stuff straight from the text and apply it right into your daily lives. So pile number 2, let's take a look. Number 6. All right, it says, let go of anger and unforgiveness, and let my flame of love illuminate your heart. I can help free you from emotional pain. If you do not know the right words to say, call upon me and I will speak through your heart. Wow, beautiful, right? Because again, freeing you from some sort of emotional pain, some sort of emotional burden. Okay, something, for some of you, I am picking up, this could have to do with some sort of abusive relationship. Okay, in the past, this could be a romantic relationship, a parental relationship. Take it only if it resonates. But I feel like you guys are going to be illuminating yourself from the inside out within your next 72 hours. Another thing that I want to pick up on, that I want to kind of point out is, it says, if you do not know the right words to say, call upon me and I will speak through your heart, right? Like I was picking up with this 8 of Wands here, right? And this Page of Swords, communication. I feel like within your next 72 hours, you guys are going to be feeling, by the end of this weekend, you're going to be feeling a lot lighter. Okay, you're going to be feeling a lot lighter. You're going to be feeling a lot less weighed down, right? With all the burdens, all the nasty comments, all the people that just kind of want to put you down. I feel like you guys are going to be lifting yourself up this weekend, and you guys are going to be embracing the beauty in who you are. Beautiful, beautiful message. So pile number 2, I believe that's all I'm seeing in the cards for you guys. Don't forget, my friends, to let me know down in those comments if it sounds like the reading resonated, if it sounds like it's resonating. Even if you don't feel like saying anything, dropping a little rose down there really does go a long way. Pile number 2. Okay, have such a tranquil next 72 hours, my friends, and I'll catch you guys next time. What is up, pile number 3? Welcome to your reading today, my friends. This is the weekend reading, what is going to be occurring for you within your next 72 hours. So, pile number 3, today you guys have picked the pansy flower. So I googled what pansy symbolizes, so I'm just going to read aloud what I have found. It says, pansy flowers are associated with memories, love, or affection. Pansy symbolism and meanings are quite rich and deep. They are some of the very best flowers you can give to both yourself and a loved one. So pile number 3, I love this energy, by the way. This is giving me very Six of Cups like energy, okay? With the pansy being, representing your pile today, I feel like within the next 72 hours, things like memories, love, affection, very daydreamy energy, okay, is going to be what's on your menu. So pile number 3, to start or to kick off your reading, I have the Getting Old Ain't for Wimps book here by Karen O'Connor. Absolutely beautiful read, a bunch of little short stories in there. So pile number 3, I'm just going to flip to a random page and read aloud what I had flipped on. So pile number 3, your short story for this weekend is Home Cooking with a Twist. Maureen invited her neighbors, Pat and Ted, over for dinner. They had helped with some gardening projects, and this was her way of saying more than thank you. She wanted to cook her famous recipe for southern spare ribs, the ones everyone talks about. That afternoon, before her company arrived, she dusted the furniture, tidied the bathrooms, vacuumed the carpets, and set the table. She even used her best china and the silverware her mother had left her. Maureen wanted her friends to know how much they mattered to her. What would she do without such good people to help her out when she was in need? At 4 o'clock sharp, Maureen took the baby back ribs out of the refrigerator, laid them in a glass baking dish, and seasoned them with salt and pepper, and a squirt of lemon juice to give them just the right bite. Then she pulled out a bottle of barbecue sauce. She didn't have her glasses handy, so she couldn't read the label. She relied on the shape of the container to tell what was in it. Uh-oh. She had used this sauce so often before, she knew the bottle by feel. Maureen poured the liquid over the ribs, then smothered it just right with a spatula so every rib was generously covered. She carefully placed the glass pan in the oven and set the timer. When the ribs cooked, she prepared a salad and vegetable and heated the dinner rolls in the bread warmer. At 5:30, the doorbell rang, and Maureen hurried to answer it. She greeted Pat and Ted and ushered them into the living room. "Thank you for having us," said Pat. "This is a real treat after a long day at work." Ted agreed. "I've been looking forward to this meal ever since you invited us," he said. "I hear you're famous for baby back ribs, and I understand your sauce is the best." After a round of fruit punch and plate of crackers and cheese, Maureen invited them to the table. She set the platter of ribs and bowl of vegetables and the warm rolls on the serving cart. Then she tossed the salad with a light vinaigrette dressing. Ted went right for the ribs. "May I use my fingers?" he asked. "Be my guest," said Maureen. "People have told me my ribs are finger-licking good. Let me know what you think," she added, laughing. Ted took a bite, then looked up, his eyes wide. He seemed at a loss for words. "Is anything wrong?" said Maureen, her heart pounding. No, everything's fine," said Ted. "Maybe it's this cold I'm trying to kick. It seems to have affected my taste buds. I could swear the ribs are covered in chocolate sauce." Maureen rushed from the table to the trash container in the kitchen. This time she put her glasses on. Sure enough, the empty container, which she thought had held her famous barbecue sauce, said in plain English, "Hershey's chocolate sauce." Maureen felt like a wimp, but she didn't let on. Instead, she took a deep breath and made the best of an embarrassing moment. "If you think my ribs are great," she said, "wait till you see what I have for dessert. Ice cream sundaes topped with barbecue sauce." Wow, absolutely beautiful mess. So pile number 3, the one thing I kind of took from this little passage was humility really does come from wisdom, or with humility comes wisdom, right? So in the passage, right, she's doing all this stuff. She's trying to show how much she appreciates someone, right? Like with that pansy, with the memories, affection, trying to show love. And unfortunately, it kind of didn't go the way she wanted to. And as a result, she didn't let that moment kind of kill the moment in general, right? She kind of made a joke about it. She didn't let her little mistake, ruin the whole night, which is very beautiful energy. So pile number 3, right off the bat, I'm definitely picking up an energy for you within your next 72 hours. Perhaps you guys are going to be preparing some sort of meal, right? Preparing something, a gift, trying to show your love and affection for someone, okay? Very beautiful stuff. So pile number 3, let's dive deep and see what your cards have to say. So you guys have number 9, the Lady of Avalon. So this card is all about things like introspection, right? Magical transformation. It's also symbolic for unconditional love, right? Inspiration and turning those inner wounds, okay, into something more fruitful for yourself, something more transformative, turning your inner wounds into something positive, which is interesting, right? Because in a little short story here, you know, there was a little bit of a mistake. However, she used that mistake as, you know, the punchline. You know, if you think that's great, just wait till you see what's for dessert. You know, ice cream with barbecue sauce on it. So pile number 3, I'm definitely picking up an energy. Within your next 72 hours, you guys are going to be showing some sort of appreciation for someone, right? The one thing I'm noticing too is this card always reminds me of some type of motherly energy, because we have the woman with open arms, right? And then we have the little swirly in the middle, which always makes me think of like pregnancy type of vibes. Okay, so pile number 3, you guys could be preparing something in appreciation for your children. Okay, this could be like a graduation party, a baby shower, something along those lines. But pile number 3, let's dive a little deeper and see what your tarot cards have to say. So you guys have the 3 of Wands. So the 3 of Wands is an energy of, to me, kind of waiting, right? You guys will be waiting for something, perhaps like in the short story, you know, she's preparing all these, you know, the main dish, the side meals, the breads, okay, she's excited, right? And she's waiting for a particular time. She's preparing a bunch of things in order to meet some sort of time limit here. So pile number 3, within your next 72 hours, you guys might be doing something similar, right? Kind of preparing something here. Like I was picking up, this could be something like a celebration. You guys could be preparing some sort of party, some sort of event. Take it how it resonates. Even if you're not the one preparing the party or hosting this event, perhaps you guys will be going to one. If you're not the one who is showing your appreciation, showing your affection, right? Showing the general love you have for something or someone else, perhaps you will be on the receiving end of this energy. So pile number 3, your last tarot card today is Justice. Interesting, because the Justice card is, you know, for obvious reasons, you know, about justice, fair play. However, for you, pile number 3, I'm picking up an energy of balance here, right? I'm also picking up an energy of like, watch out, okay? Be a little cautious if things don't really go the way you had planned, right? In the short story, you know, she's preparing this big meal. She wants to show her appreciation, but things didn't really work out in her favor, right? With the chocolate sauce and the barbecue sauce. However, although that happened, her neighbors that were helping her out with her garden still saw the love in it, right? So pile number 3, just remember to be a little light, okay, within your next 72 hours. If you guys make a mistake, okay, right, be light with yourself, be gentle with yourself, and I feel like those around you will have a similar outlook on it. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. So your last tarot card is, the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is some sort of opportunity. I feel like you guys are going to, like I said, I feel like you guys are going to be either showing your love, showing your appreciation for someone, or you're going to be on the receiving end of it. This is going to be your golden opportunity to you. So pile number 3, within your next 72 hours, expect some sort of event here. Either you will be hosting, okay, attending, take it how it resonates. But pile number 3, I have this last card here for you. This card should really sum up your reading and give you some solid advice on how to move forward. So you guys have number 10, Ariel. I will be reading you a short snippet from the guidebook just to give you some insight on the card. Perhaps there's something you can personally resonate with or take out of. So, pile number 3. Dun dun dun. Number 10. And here, nope. Jeez, she's hard to find, this one. Alright. Number 10, Ariel. Strength of heart. Have courage and faith in yourself and your beliefs. I will stand up for yourself and defend anyone who needs your strength of heart. Beautiful. So yeah, pile number 3, this card to me is all about love. Having the strength that comes from the heart. I feel like you guys are going to be feeling very loving this weekend, okay? I feel like you guys are going to want to defend those you love, defend yourself, right? In the short story, again, the way she defended herself was she made a light comment. So perhaps pile number 3, if you find yourself in any situation like that, a pickling situation, okay, where things don't really go your way, you make a little mistake, be light about it, be humorous about it, because not only will it transmute your energy, but it will transmute the energy of those around you. So pile number 3, I believe that's all I'm seeing in the cards here today. Don't forget, my friends, to let me know down in those comments below if the reading resonated. Dropping a little rose down there really does go a long way. Pile number 3, have an exciting next 72 hours, my friends, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.